Well, I decided to run because we want to finish, the progress that we have going. We made a big difference so far. Safety, recreation, and the infrastructure. So we want to see those projects to be complete. We've got a lot of things going. It took us a lot longer to do certain other projects. So just looking forward to having a favorable council this year and being able to accomplish the goals that we set out to 4 years ago.
Like I said, I'm a senior citizen now. I have an obligation to help our older people now too. So I have some real reasons to be in there. And what I got to do is we got to make this city like a safer city, and we got to give people a better quality of life. I've been walking door to door for the last 2 months. I've been on a lot of houses. I've been at a lot of houses, on a lot of porches. I've been talking to a lot of people, young and old. People are afraid to come out of their house. They're afraid to walk the streets, and their quality of life sucks. I went and I talked to people that are old and living in their houses 30 years, and they can't stand what's going on. They want to bail out. We got to start making a difference and clean this place up. And when I look at it, like now, I see there were like some roads paved in the last couple months before the election, right? Them new roads don't fix it for the people. We got to give them a better quality of life. That's what we need. We got to make it, first of all, safer, and we got to make people believe in Hazleton, and we got to make it a showpiece and let people say, look, this is my city. I respect it. There's paper on the ground. Let's pick it up and let's keep it clean. That's what we got to do.
Where we're fighting crime inside City Hall, and through environmental design, the street lights, make the city brighter, deters crime. We're putting cameras up. We started putting cameras up at all the parks and playgrounds. So things like that. If we cut back the foliage to, when somebody wants to do an illegal act, they feel much safer doing it somewhere where it's enclosed. So if you look at the playgrounds, we cut back all of those overgrown trees and shrubs, and so we're trying to do things like that to deter crime, which is it's through environment, it's crime prevention through environmental design.
Now crime, like crime, we have like I said, we have over 40 cops. They're on the beat. We got to still use all our hotlines that we have right now, which is making a difference. They're getting all kind of good leads on crime, but we got to really crack down on them people. We got these gang members. They're punks. All they are is punks that can't make it anywhere else with anything else. We just got to run them guys out of town, and we have a police force that could do that and are doing that right now.
Think the manpower sufficient?
No, we definitely need more cops. I mean, we definitely need more cops on the force. So what we got to do is we got to go out there. We got some good grant writers. I got a couple people that want to get involved with me that are at every council meeting. They've been working on writing grants for the city out of just helping the city, and they're willing to help me look for some free money out there to get more cops. And when you start, naturally we need some community development money to get some more cops, and we need some grants to do that. I get it, but there's money out there.
The services agreement with the city authority is going to be up for renewal, I guess. Do you have any ideas on if that should be changed in any way, or just keep the way it is? Or
The HCA, I believe it goes through 2025. I know in the plan, it is suggested that we sit down now and start negotiating a different agreement. So I'm not sure how that's going to go or when that's going to take place, but it is part of the Act 47 process or plan. So we're going to have to start looking into that next year.
is selling or leasing the water company still something on your radar screen? Or?
Well, I guess, we were in the position in the past that every option needed to be looked at. The city owes it to the citizens to at least look at everything that is available. So one of the biggest things going through the country right now was selling or leasing off your assets. So I felt that it was something that we at least owed the citizens to look at to see what what the potential was. So,
That was studied, right? Like, someone actually, how in-depth was that, looked at? Was
there was meetings held, but nothing was ever, there was never a formal agreement or a study done by the city.
So that is kind of not happening right now as far as looking at any of the sale?
No, because now that we're in Act 47, we have another financial plan to follow. Without Act 47, it may have been something that we were going to be forced to look towards, because how many more bad budgets could we have withstood?
I would never, ever sell the water card. Our city only has two good assets, and it's the sewer authority and the water authority. They're the only good assets that we have. But what we have to do is, them authorities are run by a board of directors, and it's like a good old little boys club there. They do whatever they want, like nobody's looking after them. We gotta go in there and somehow we gotta get more money given to the city to help pay our bills. It's our investment there. So we gotta find a way to get in there, and if it takes changing members of the boards, like to get the right people in there that are gonna start thinking the way for Hazleton, that's what we gotta do. We gotta change people, and whatever it takes to do, that's what we gotta do with them authorities. As far as selling them, I would never, ever in a zillion years sell our assets, never sell them off.
You said that they're the best assets the city has, but then you also said that it's a good old boys network and it's not being run right over, so.
Well, what's happening is the city,
What should change?
we gotta change the members of the board.
Because what they're doing, the decisions are bad, or they're.
Well, their decisions are made basically, it's a political game in there, with their board members, and they're not making good decisions where they're not giving back to the city like they should, The city is not getting enough in return for their investments. And we have to get people on that board that are gonna talk right for the city and wanna give stuff back to the city. That's what we gotta do.
But you think the board's decisions aren't keeping Hazleton in mind enough, considering that's.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. I don't think the city's getting their fair shake out of the water authority or the sewer authority.
Does fair shake mean any kind of revenue?
Yeah, revenue. I mean, like getting revenue back. Somehow they gotta be getting more revenue.
Every time we talk, he's committed to the citizens of Hazleton. What he does on his free time, he's welcome to it. I would say probably 80% of the employees of the city hall have second jobs. I really offhand, I couldn't think of anyone that does not have a second job. So what he does in his free time, as long as he puts in an honest effort to the city, he's been at every major incident that we've had. He's never not answered my phone calls or a phone call from one of the other supervisors or department heads. So I don't see a problem,
Now, the police department, that's all up in the air. No one knows what's happening. That's been a backdoor deal, and it's been quiet for like 4 years now. No one knows what that Chief Jerry's gonna do. Like, it's all up in the air. I gotta wait to get elected. I gotta see what's gonna happen there, and then we'll make a move.
You said a backdoor deal. What do you mean?
Well, you hear all over town that he's working part-time. And then there was just something on the internet that he's here 2 days a week, and then he's in Patterson for $91,000 for 3 days a week. And I just took an article off the internet about him that they wrote in Patterson about him, where he made some quotes in there where when he's in Patterson, well, if there's a murder, if there's a shooting or that, I run to Hazleton. I run to Hazleton, not like coming from Freeland. You gotta come 2 hours. I mean, it's ridiculous. It's like, it doesn't make any sense. I mean, so, there's something going on there. God only knows what kind of deal it is for him to be getting like 80-some thousand here, or 91,000 in Patterson, and being a chief of 2 cities that are having hard times with crime. That just don't make any sense at all. Now, blighted properties, like, you're looking at, I was just walking the Heights this past weekend, and there's that one the 2 houses that were on fire. They're standing there, And you know, they're just eyesores. They're big eyesores. We gotta take some of our community development money for stuff like that. That's like really, really bad. We gotta get rid of them. We gotta knock them down. We gotta, if we were gonna use like $5,000-$10,000 for, you know, for a playground or something, look, we gotta put priorities in order. And we gotta use a couple dollars of that money and we gotta tear them houses down. Put a lien against the property and hope for the best.
Things are getting better. There's people investing in their properties. Property values are skyrocketing right now, you know. Contrary to what people say is everybody's exiting the city, I think our population is higher than it's been in recent memory. Property values, especially multiple family homes and apartment buildings, are through the roof, which is causing the parking problems and everything else that goes with it. But I mean, that's positive that the property values are going back up. Buildings that sat vacant for years are now being reopened as businesses.
Well, I'm gonna be a mayor that's gonna be present all the time. I'm not gonna be sitting behind a desk. I'm gonna be out on the streets with my departments. The city hall is filled with a lot of good people. We're gonna be surrounded with good people. We got a good police force. We got over 40 some officers on the police force. What we did is we have a fire chief, an assistant fire chief, a great fire department. All our departments are good. Like when we get in City Hall, we got a good bunch of people working there. But